Hola, hola, hola. We are live. Alright, let's check it out. Let's make sure sound's okay. Let's double check here. I will make room for you. Alright. We are live and ready to go. So, just gonna do a little back testing sesh going on. Obviously, we had some crazy bull moves into the week on ES. Gonna roll with that first. Alright. So we got, this is Friday. Just gonna kind of mark out some levels here. Okay. We got some good levels there. Alright. Let's jump down to 15. Still Friday. Okay. Let's see this. Bears 15-minute on the open. So y'all have been kind of experimenting different strategies. It's kind of a mix. I've got price action. When I first started, it was all back in 2017. It was all higher highs, higher lows, looking for double bottoms, double tops, head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders. A lot of Fibonacci, um, stuff like that. And then, got introduced to the ICT stuff and the IB strats and the edgeful stats and order flow. More recently, using VWAPs and Bollinger Bands and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to keep it pretty simple. I think the past couple weeks, I've really just been getting back down to, all right, let's zoom out and let's not make this more complicated than it needs to be. Because I think there's just a lot of noise on the lower time frames. And, for me, I'm not somebody that wants to sit here in front of the charts for hours and hours on end. So, that's what we're gonna do. That's how we're gonna back test. We're gonna back test just a more uh, higher time frame strat. Price action. Obviously, looking at the imbalances, the fair value gaps, whatever you want to call them. Paying attention to VWAP. Where are we at? We're gonna draw some fixed range volume profiles in here to see where our POCs are, our VAH, our VALs are, all that kind of stuff. So again, if you're a beginner trader, this is probably all Chinese to you, what I'm saying, but my goal here is to share the journey, and you can pick up on some stuff along the way, and I can make some more videos later on more specifics. So, and obviously we've got the CVD down here too. This is just another confluence that I like to use to kind of see where we're at on things. Who's in control? Are the buyers in control or the sellers in control? Right. Alrighty. So we're on Sunday open. This is just this is a couple weeks ago. So we're gonna start there, and we're gonna roll with it. All right. So you see this? I'm gonna call it out right at the what are we in right here? Accumulation, right? Um, my AMD people out there, shout out. But this whole accumulation, manipulation, distribution, uh, of the market, right? It's a way to read it. The market tends to uh, follow these same patterns, right, over and over, where it'll consolidate, it'll get real. How this is, right? It's very choppy. There's no clear, breakout, no retest, right? We're just accumulating in the center. Then there's that manipulation, right? So we're going to try to catch that here and see where we go. Now, again, some people, they base their entire strategy off of that. For me, it's a mixture of all these different kinds of strats, right? So we'll see where we kind of pick off here. All right. And again, the Sunday just opened, so we got to give it some time here too. All right, we're still accumulating. Oh, okay. We're still kind of in this range, right? I like to call this my box. All right. I think I even have it. Yeah, here we go. Box. So let's see if we break out of the box. Okay. We're retesting VWAP. That's interesting to note. Let's see how it reacts at VWAP. Okay, I think we broke it to the upside. It looks like. Okay, breaking to the upside. Now still, guys, like, look, old Cole, usual Cole would take a trade here, and a lot of you would, and you wouldn't be wrong necessarily to take a long here either. If your strat is, hey, I'm gonna wait till there's maybe two, closures above VWAP on a somewhat higher time frame. I'm using the 15-minute as a quote-unquote higher time frame because for some people it is. But maybe that's your strong confluence, right? So we can see what it does. But for me, right now, what I'm working on the most is, number one, my mental state. That's why, yes, backtesting is important, and that's why we're doing it today on a Saturday when the market's closed. We're putting in that work. But at the same time, forward testing, there's nothing like live, active trading. So anyway, I'm just going to sit tight here and see what we got. Oh, look at this candle. All right, we got a little 3-bar reversal. Is that what's going on here? Pushing up. Okay, we're still kind of in this box. All right. We're getting some kind of indication that, hey, maybe we want to go higher. And those of you who took the buy down here, you'd be up right now. A good, what is this? Almost 10 points. All right. Boom. Here we go. So we've broken out of the box. Now my bias right now is longs. But what I want to see is some sort of, maybe we'll push higher into this zone, and then we'll retest maybe this weekly high, this new weekly high it's printing here, and then extend higher, right? So that's kind of where my head's at right now. All right, we're still pushing up. I like to see a bearish candle. These are still bull candles. That's still a bullish one. Still bull. Alright. It's pushing higher. Still, what time we got? Oh, it's 11:15. I'd be asleep right now. So yeah, we probably wouldn't have traded Sunday night, right? I'm a 9 to 5 dude, so my current trading schedule is I just trade Asia. That's all I really do. So let's see what we get in the overnight at least. We can extend this thing over. We did get a bearish candle. We didn't come all the way back down. I would love to see like a retest of VWAP, but let's see what happens. Okay, so I would probably go ahead and put just one on, and my stop would be down here at this level, and my TP would be this liquidity up here, right? So almost 1-2. It's a little less than that. It's not great RR, but that's where we're at right now. Okay, boom. So we broke, barely. We broke this previous high, so that's a good sign. Most people would go break even then. I'm going to wait. Oh, and some of you could call this manipulation to the upside too, because now look, we've got this imbalance here too on the 15 minute that just printed, so that's not very good. We need to see some bull signs here soon, or else we may get out. Okay, now it's retesting VWAP. Oh, it just broke VWAP. Okay, can we get another bull? Boom. I put another one on. We've still got this same target, this targeting this previous high right here. I don't like that. Man. Yeah, I don't like that either. I'm getting out. So for me, the reason why I'm getting out here, look at market structure. We've got a high, we've got a lower high, right? That's what it just showed me. And right here, we just closed back below VWAP. So clearly price to me is wanting to shoot down. Some more at least, right? So before I lose $937, I'm going to be okay losing $437, right? You got to learn how to lose as a trader too. That's huge. So we're going to close that out. We'll see what happens here. Okay. We got a back above VWAP. If it can break this high, we might be in for another long situation. Nope. See, look at that. What time is it? It's 6 a.m. Back at VWAP. Oh, we just broke that. We just broke this lower high. So that's a bullish indication. Let's see what market does from here. Okay. Alright. 7 a.m. Yeah, we really don't trade 7 a.m. So y'all, I'm gonna skip ahead because I'm not trading during this time. Although we could go ahead and try out this 15 minute IB strat at 7. Okay, so we got the first 15 minute candle. We're gonna place a high and a low. Actually, well, I'll do it in a second. We got too much going on in the chart right now. Need to make it clean. Alright, so we broke these. So now my bias is now bullish. Okay, this one's broken, right? Now this is the first 15 minute candle. We're going to break down to 5 minute now. Okay. And this is where we'll execute this. Okay, cool. We got to break below the 15 minute low. I'd like a retest. An actual bullish. Yep. Alright, let's see if we can get a bearish. Okay. Okay. Are we going to do a double break? Maybe. That's what it's looking like. Okay, that's my sell signal. We're selling, putting stop right here, and we're gonna take, let's look at 15 minute. I'd go for this one, but I almost want to go lower to this one. Okay. Oh, whoops, is that my stop? I'm gonna move that. Okay, and then TP down to this low. So now we got about a 1 to 2 almost. Ooh, that thing smacked. Okay, cool. On the board, are we now plus $100 on the week? Lego. All right, let's check it here. We're gonna move on. Let's delete this box. And we're gonna move back up to 1 hour. Yeah, that was a nice little play there. Alright, 9. Move it. 2, 3. Okay. Break down to 15 minute. 3:45. And 5. Here we go. Here's my lane. Alright, what can we tell here, y'all? We got this resting liquidity up here. So this is my target I'm looking at right up here from the get-go, right? We just broke this previous high. We've got this imbalance here on the 15 minute that looks real nice, that price is respecting, that price already respected. Alright. Let's just do this. 15 minute inside center. Okay, we'll change the text color to that. Actually, yeah, let's do pink. Alright, I like my cotton candy colors. Alright, so we're still above VWAP, but obviously look, 5 p.m. just hit, the evening session's kicking in, okay, a couple more hours till Asia starts, right? So let's just chill. Let's see how market's moving. We've got the levels here, just so y'all know. Shout out Order Flow Mafia. I'm using his key levels right now, GC Asia. So I'm back testing ES right now, but I do like his GC Asia indicator that he recently put together. So that's what I've been working with the past couple weeks. Really liking it. So, all right. Let's look how this moves here. So remember, if I'm gonna put a trade on, here, we'll put it right here. This will be my move, right? And really, yeah, we wouldn't want price going below that, but ideally, even like that low, you know. So we got like a 1 to 5. All right. Now this, the 6 o'clock, I might actually hit a buy here. Stop down here. TP up here. Ooh, it's not even a 1 to 1. Yeah, let's not do that. We need at least a 1 to 1. All right, so I'm gonna discard that trade. We're gonna keep watching, see if it comes lower. Okay. All right, let's see if that's any better. Nice. Here we go. There's our 1 to 1. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay. Nice. Oof. low VWAP. Let's see if we can reclaim it. We just hit our level, previous weekly open. Man, dude. Look at this. 15, 30, 45, an hour. Hour and 15, almost an hour and 45 minutes of under that VWAP. Don't love that. So I'm going to get out. Minus 187. Alright, hold on 1 second. The missus just got home, huh? She's probably gonna come in here anyway. It's fine. Hey, I just texted you. I'll come out in a minute. I'm recording something. Okay. Alright. So yeah, this is almost 2 hours of like staying under VWAP. So at that point, I'm gonna get out, right? So let's just chill. Let's see what the market does. Still under it. What time is it? It's 10:15. It's been doing that all night. That's crazy. At this point, I probably wouldn't even take a trade because I'm usually in the bed by then. All right. Yes, we finally got that downward pressure. Let's see if it breaks below this level. Yeah, it does. I could sell that. Target that. It's a good like 1 to 2. Yeah. It's not above VWAP yet, but it might take me out. That's okay. I'm getting out. Alright, and I'm not even awake, so we're gonna skip ahead here. $230. Yeah, I did not do that. Ooh. 445, 5. There's 645. Remember we got this target. Let's see what happens. Alright, that's that first 15 minutes. Let's see what we got here. Alright, we're going to drop down to the 5 minute. Ooh, okay. Let's see if we got a retest or no. Okay, nice. We get another confirmation. Yep. Here we go. Now I might actually put 2 on. There. So we're going to do stop above VWAP. And we're going to target this down here. Okay. So we're going to move that. It's no longer in play. Nice. See if we can get some movement still. We got 25 bucks on that one. What are we at now? Minus 287 on the week. This is a Tuesday morning. All right. We're going to break out of that. Okay. Let's jump back out. Always look at our... Oh, look at this, y'all. See, back in the day, remember I told you? We would do... Look at this. Nice little W, maybe. maybe. Alright, so that's on the 1 hour. Also note this. We've got this low, and we've got this higher low, right? And that's a nice bullish hourly close above VWAP too. It's another confluence, right? Another confirmation. So let's jump to the 15-minute and see what we got. If we get a 15-minute closure above, okay, we're taking buys. Buy. Our stop. Oops, what happened? Oh, I'm still on highlighter. Oops. Alright, our stop is this low. And we're targeting this up here. Okay. Okay. So y'all look, this is why it's important to have your stop a decent amount distance away, right? Because some people would have been like, oh yeah, see this 15-minute confirmation, I'm going to put my stop right below VWAP. Well, guess what? If you would have put your stop right below VWAP, you would have gotten stopped. Easy, right? So, alright. I may get stopped too. Let's see. Okay, that's good. I like that. Still tapping now it's below VWAP. We're at 12:15 now. Yeah, man, dude. It's crazy. Actually, look, this might be a good example of this. We've got accumulation, manipulation. Wait. Alright, so we've got accumulation, manipulation, and then distribution to the upside. Right, but it also could be this accumulation, manipulation to the upside, and then going down, and then targeting maybe this down here. Could be. Alright, let's get rid of all this. I made a mess. Okay. Yeah, which look, if we zoom back out, higher time frame, I'm still bullish. Okay, until we break this low right here, this higher low, I'm still bullish. So let's see what happens. And my stop just happens to be at that low, so that would be unfortunate. I'm creeping down. There it goes. And see, look, watch it. It's probably gonna hit this low and then go up. I'm gonna be so mad. Let's see. No, it's probably targeting this right here. Didn't hit it. Where are we at? Oh, we're at 5 already. So we never hit this down here, which is interesting, but we did hit this. Oh, wait, no, we didn't. No, we were close. We did not. Okay. Let's see what the 1 hour is doing right now. Oof. Alright, so like higher time frames. Look what we got here. Always zoom out. We got a high, and we got a lower high. We just printed, we have got a small imbalance here on the 4 hour too. So Now our bias seems to be, bearish, right? Um, looking at the higher high time frames, right? So like this right here, I may even enter, what time is it, 6? Yeah. Let's enter 1 short. And our stop will be up here. And our TP will be this down here. Wait, where did our stop loss go? Oh, this is stop. Oops. I really want to go for that weekly. Where would be, still not 1 to 1. That's exactly 1 to 1. Let's see where that is. We would target that liquidity down there. Let's move it down to the, okay. We'll zoom in. I know on this stream it's like really zoomed out. Okay. We're midnight now. Got a lower high. We are making higher lows though, to be fair, on this 15 minute. Oh my gosh, this candle. When is that? 4:15 in the morning? Holy moly. And that immediately swept this liquidity right here. Alright, so I expect a retest for sure. Coming to fill in this gap a little bit. Okay. Gold sometimes likes to retest a good bit actually. Okay, maybe not. Yep, there it is. Alright, hit sell again. Okay. Man, dude. There's a lot of chop. A lot of chop. Honestly, probably didn't need to be in this trade. It's pretty bullish still. Trying to see if we can get back below VWAP. We're not. Okay, I'm cutting it. Oof. Alright. Well, we're not doing too hot. That's alright. This is why we backtest. We get better. We learn. We grow. Alright, we got a lot of highlighting going on here. Alright, so we're still sitting above VWAP. What time is it? 11:30. Remember when I started this video, we're talking about the box, right? We still got this box going as we speak. So let's see if we can break out. Still in it. We're below. Oh, we just broke out of the box. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm pissed I wasn't in that. Alright, it's okay. So, but that's interesting to know, right? It broke the box and then it just shot up out of the box. And restart zone up here too. The way it marked the beginning. Man, that's a huge bullish candle. That had to be news or something. That had to be news. Alright, we're at 1:30, so we'll keep moving to 5 when we get on. Okay. broke this. We just broke this previous high. That's a bullish signal to me, right? If we can get a good 15-minute or 30-minute bullish candle again right here, I would probably want to buy this up. Okay. So we're going down on 30-minute. It's not super strong. We're still below VWAP. Patience. Still, man, we're... Ooh. See how nicely it played this little support and resistance though? Boom, and then all the way back down. Alright, let's see what we got. What's going on here? So we just broke this previous low. So now we're looking bearish. Okay. We've got 1, 2, 3 pretty big points on the 1 hour of it hitting. So bears were inevitably going to come down and take over. So alright, let's look at this. Let's see if we can get a good retest. Maybe back up to VWAP, we'll see. Any kind of bearish. Okay, I'm gonna sell. What time is it? 11. It's late, but let's see. Make that my stop. And we're gonna target. No, we do not. Dang it. What's this? What do we do down here? Let's see what this is. Okay. Now remember, we are in this support zone, right? So I'm betting that we're gonna break below this support zone. Okay, I like that. Keeps coming back, man. Alright, we're above VWAP. I almost want to move my stop to see if I need it to 1-to-1. Let's see what happens. Yep, we still got caught. Don't move your stop. Do not move your stop. But honestly, yeah, I mean, if we're looking at this from just a support resistance thing, I mean, we should just stick with the going from zone to zone, you know, because that's literally what price is doing. Look how ugly this is. It's literally looks so bad. But we do have this another bearish 4 hour going on here. So I do think my bias is still bearish. Like I think we could go all the way, like putting this, and we could go like all the way down here. I'm gonna leave it on. See what happens. Okay. Alright, let's get a 30-minute. 6 a.m. See if we can do our 7 a.m. this is our high. This is our low. Oh, wait. Okay. And then let's drop to the 5 minute. See what we got. Now again, higher time frame bias is bearish. So we got to keep that in mind. We could come up here, take out this liquidity, maybe even manipulate up to the upside, and then do like a whole, inverse action going on. But let's see. Okay. I'm getting it. I'm putting in 1 right there. And I'm going to put my stop way up here. Okay. Then we're going to put our TP down here. It's more than 1-to-1, but I'm looking for a retest. But this is a pretty strong candle, and we're at 7:30. So I'm going ahead and getting in, but my intention is to add to this position, right? Okay, good. All right. I'll put in another one. Okay, that's good. Let's see what we got here. Nice. Put another one. The same chop, bro. Oh. Okay, here we go. Put another one here. Probably bring this down to like here. Okay, so now we're like a 1-to-2. Well, about. Almost. 5 minute. Boom. Come on. Oh my goodness, no way. We got an inverse. See, I don't like that anymore. Because, y'all, once we see this, is when I'm like, okay, wait. Bulls are stepping back in. We completely inversed. So really, we inverse, and that would be my bull leg. So I'm getting out. Let's see what it does. But if we put in the bull thing right here, this is what I would do. Right here. We're going for the high. Actually, wait, look for the liquidity. Where are we at? Okay. It's not a 1-to-2. Could bring this up though. Maybe here. Okay. On the 5 minute. Look at that. We're not gonna push up any higher. We literally broke the previous week close. Another inverse. 11 a.m. A lot of chop. This is tough to navigate, honestly. That's a good bullish leg. Let's see what we got here. Okay. There we go. OMG, we got a win. What? Been taking some L's this session. Alright, how bad are we in the red? Minus 5K. Okay. This is Thursday. Let's see where we're at. This is 11:25. I'm gonna skip ahead to 5 when we would be on. Remember, tap in this level again where we've already rejected 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times at least. So we're trying to get a bearish 1 hour going here. Alright, moving along. Okay. Oh, did it break it? It literally broke it. Wow. It made a new weekly high. Okay. This is where we sit back. Let it do its thing. Wow. Is this all-time high? No. It's close though. Alright, so look where we're at. Let's look what happened here. A lot of chop. Honestly. Really just hard to read. But this, on this 4 hour, you'll see we got a little imbalance going right here. This little gap, right? So I think that was probably enough to push it up. Alright, so let's chill. See what the market does. We're at 3 p.m. now. Let's jump down to the 15. Actually, let's do a 30-minute. Okay. Yeah, I could see the market trying to retest here a good bit. Let's remove this because this isn't relevant anymore. And let's remove this because we is also broken. Let's see where we're at. Yeah, it's just not great to be. I mean, technically, like you could look for a continuation to the upside, but it's just tough when you're up this high, right? Okay. I'm looking for bears, honestly. Come down and break these levels. We'll see. Midnight. Would have been a no trade kind of night there. We're asleep right now. We're just letting it play out. It's still just chop, chop, chop. Look at our box. A lot of chop. Okay, we just broke out. We're gonna short. And put this above the box. And our TP is gonna be this level right here. Okay, little 1 to 2. Our intention will be to add to it. I'm gonna touch VWAP. Nope. Add another one. Oh, maybe so. Chop. So chop. Okay, I need a bearish. Oh man. We're coming back into the box here, above VWAP. Okay, I like that. Nice. Look at that. That was crazy. Alright, we're only down 15.37 for the week now. Let's see, this Friday morning. Yeah, Friday morning. So, and that was pretty nice. We got this break out of the box, retest, it made me think it was gonna go back up and gave me a heart attack once again. And then we just kind of followed VWAP down, and it's a pretty big bearish candle right there, right after market open. Okay. Oh man, we still push down. I'm looking for a buy. Still going down. Okay, let's see if we can buy this back up a little bit. If we can do this, we can come back up. Nice. How's our goal? And look. We up. We up for the week. Let's go. That's pretty hype. Cool. Well, that was a whole week's worth of ES. I know that was kind of a roller coaster of a week. A lot of chop, a lot of just, look at this 38% win rate right here. It's not great, but this goes to show that you don't need some like high percentage win rate to be profitable either. So, point blank, perfect example, like with my prop trading, so far. You got it framed. Even though Top Step is going through some technical difficulties at the time of recording this video. But, and I'll show you too. I pulled this up. This was my first and only payout so far. Started trading props several months ago, a few months ago. And so we're in the green, right, overall. But, it takes a lot of trades. It takes a lot of screen time. It takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of just perseverance and just emotional strength to keep going. But that's why I love trading too. It teaches you a lot about yourself. And so, yeah, we can do better. Clearly, we've got this plus 450, going on for the week. But I mean, we were down, 5K at one point, right? So, but it's pretty good for bringing us back out of the hole. And obviously, I'm trading minis here. I'm trading micros on these combines. So, I'm going into week 4 of my current combine, which I know is a long time. I'm probably gonna get some comments about that. Why are you in a combine for so long? For me, I'm not rushing the process. You've got a set budget of what I can spend on accounts, and that's what I'm sticking to. It's part of the discipline. It's part of the journey. It's part of the patience. So if we don't get it by week 4, guess what? We'll get a new one for this next month. So start off the new year. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. Hope you enjoyed the video. Probably gonna do some more like these. I've been trading gold too at night. That's where a lot of the wins have been coming from, actually. So I'll probably record another one like this soon. But I'm about to hop off. So thanks for tuning in.